Hey, I'm Sonny.
And I'm Danielle.
And welcome to Love versus the List.
No, why are you saying it like that?
Love versus the List.
Love versus the List. It's a title.
Saying it too fast.
But there's no comma in it. It's Love versus the List. That's it.
Anyway, our lives are always constantly run by lists, whether they're physical lists or just lists up there.
He's pointing to his brain. But yes, he's right. From dating deal breakers to icks, from relationship rules to why someone breathing so loudly gives you the absolute rage. There is always a list.
There really is. Welcome to our weekly podcast where we share our own lists and our own annoyances on each other. Honestly, I don't know what's going to go wrong here.
Just sounds like a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
But of course, we also want you guys to share your list with us. So please do get in touch.
Yeah, you might be single, married, or just confused.
Or just here to judge other people's red flags. No matter what it is, you're in the right place.
You really are. This is
Love versus the
List.
We'll get there.
Love versus the List.
Oh, that's okay. Now you're just taking the mic, aren't you? Hello and welcome to Love versus the List. Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I've stolen your line. We have a confession to make because honesty is the best policy. We are currently on holiday.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, we weren't going to leave you without an episode. So here we are, bringing one to you when actually, right now, we're in the sunshine.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to allow everyone a minute or so to just get back up off the floor after hearing Danielle do the intro to this episode. So,
Which I asked to do as well.
I know, I can't believe it.
I just feel like sometimes you've got to push yourself out of your comfort
You
zone.
must be on holiday.
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
You know that it's like an episode like where we're away when I'm doing the intro.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now, this holiday is, honestly, I feel like quite needed. Quite a needed holiday.
I mean, what holiday isn't needed?
No, I
first of
know, but
all?
then I also think like what expectations of a holiday,
Yeah.
like we never know what to expect because we've got nearly a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Now we booked this holiday because she's not 2 yet, and
We wanted to get
We
one
wanted to
last
get
one
away.
in whilst we haven't got to pay for a flight because, sorry, but sod paying like £600 for a seat for someone who's like the size of my leg.
but also just going to be on our laps anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she'll be calling all over us.
Yeah, and I actually don't know what to expect from this holiday because, nearly 2-year-old Mia, she's like running around now. She's
Yeah.
talking. She's swearing.
She's swearing.
Um,
Not so much now. I think maybe she's realised.
Yeah,
Don't know, either that or she's just saving it all for now on holiday
yeah.
in the pool.
Although
Yeah.
I did have a moment this morning where she had something on her hand and she went, "What's that?" And I went, "Oh, don't worry about that. It's yucky." And she went, "Yucky nursery," which is something.
Sonny, I
Which-
told you she was going to say that.
Which-
No, you shush. I'm going to tell it. Every time she goes to nursery twice a week. And on those days, definitely we give her a bath. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we give her a bath most days, but some days maybe we don't. But those days we definitely do. And Sonny got into the habit of when she was in the bath and we were washing her, he would say, "Oh, we need to wash off the yucky nursery." Her nursery is lovely, by
Oh
the
no,
way.
it's lovely.
But obviously, when she comes home from nursery, she is like muckier. Like, obviously, they've been doing all this messy play. She's got paint on her hands. She's got like paint in her hair.
Yeah,
She's
but
got,
also
like,
they're all snotty.
like obviously, your child's been around other kind of like
Yucky
gross
kids.
children. So Sonny says, "Let's wash off that yucky nursery." And I said that you've got to stop saying that because she will say it. And then this is what happened this morning.
Yeah, an hour before I dropped her off to nursery,
nursery.
She said, "Yucky nursery."
She's going to be at nursery with the adults that we trust to look after her, and she's going to say, "Daddy says yucky nursery." And what's worse is that she's got a parents' evening in a couple of weeks, and they're going to bring it up to us.
They're going to bring up Sweargate and Yucky Nursery.
Yeah, they're going to say, "What are you teaching your child at home?" So
Well,
less of that, please.
Life lessons, actually, everyone. So as we did say, we are on holiday this week as the episode goes out. If we're back next week, the holiday went well.
Yeah.
We're still together.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we do kind of know what to expect from this holiday because we have been there before.
We've been to the place before. I just feel like every time we go away with Mia, it's so different. Like we
Yeah.
were even discussing packing our suitcases, and half the stuff we took away with us before, we don't need anymore.
No, we don't need the whole sterilising bucket, sterilise this, sterilise that, wash a million things. Like, we don't need any of that.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, the next time we go on holiday, we may not need barely
Her.
any nappies.
We'll just go away without her. Just leave her at home. She'll be old enough.
I do have 2 trips this year without her.
You do.
Got a hen and then the wedding.
Yeah. Are you excited? How do you feel about it? Are you excited by that? Or are you a bit like, I don't know how I'm going to... Because for me, I feel like I could...
I feel like where we're at now, I can get excited.
Yeah.
Also, I think what's quite good is that obviously, so it's one of my best friends who's getting married in Portugal, and her hen obviously is before the wedding in France. And I think because I'm going away on the hen, knowing that you're still going to be at home,
Yeah.
but then when the wedding comes, it's both of us are going away for a shorter amount of time. I think for me, that's a good like intro into it. Like I'm going away, but you're still here.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool, one of us is still here. And then the next time, like she's with my mum. So, you know, obviously she's going to be absolutely fine. But I am excited by it. But I know that I'm really, really going to miss her. Like I'm going to be excited for the fact that, you know, the lack of responsibility and all of that. But also like, I already can't wait to get back, see her, just give her a massive cuddle.
Yeah.
Like I miss her when she goes to Yucky Nursery.
Same. And I've got to pick her up from Yucky Nursery. Can't wait. I always love doing that.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go through some emails today. Before we do that, I just want to say that our live episodes that we did on Friday will be out next week. So if you weren't fortunate enough to come and watch us live here in our podcast studio, the episode will be out next week. And I'm actually really excited to get that out.
Yeah.
Really, really excited. Don't forget, you can email us where, Danielle?
At loveversusthelist@gmail.com. And you can also slide into our DMs on Instagram at loveversusthelist. We've got some good emails today, according to you.
We've got some hoisey ones.
Oh, hoisey.
Hoisey, which is...
That's how I say juicy.
Yeah.
I have weird ways of saying
Everything.
things that you've basically now kind of taken up yourself.
All right,
Yeah.
fine. Shall I start the first one, second one, you do the third? Do you wanna...
Yes, switcheroo.
All right, you do the first one then.
Oh, shall I do the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably should have prepped this, shouldn't we? Welcome to our podcast.
Okay. Oh, this is a really long one. Hang on. Oh, no. No, sorry. I scrolled too far. Yeah.
God forbid you read over 2 lines.
I'm doing the first one. So this is from Tracy, who I like to call Trace.
Well, she might not like that. That's like someone calling you Dan, and I know that you don't like that.
Okay. Apologies, Tracy.
That was a quick backtrack. All right, cool.
Well, I thought I can't really insist, can I? Because she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But also, if someone called me Dan, like...
You don't like it?
I don't like it, but I'm like, what? I'm not going to I wouldn't message in and be like, sorry, you called me Dan. All right, Trace, deal with it.
Human.
Thank you for your email.
Yeah, thank you for listening as well.
Yeah,
I
so-
appreciate you.
Trace said, hi, Danielle and Sunny. Tell me if this sounds a bit petty or I have a point, but my partner never leaves the house. And I don't mean occasionally. I mean, unless it's for work, he is always there. He's perfectly happy with his books, his shows, his games, the dogs, and me, which sounds lovely, right? But sometimes I just want the house to myself. I just want to be weird in peace, watch rubbish TV, eat food he doesn't like, and not feel like I've got an audience 24/7. I've hinted that it might be nice if he picked up a hobby or saw friends more, but he genuinely doesn't seem bothered. He's content, which makes me feel bad for even being annoyed. Please tell me I'm not being unreasonable to want space from someone who just enjoys being at home. Love the pod. Tracy, a.k.a.
Trace. Thanks, Trace.
Cheers, Trace.
I feel sorry for this man.
No, I know how she feels though.
What do you mean?
You're at home a lot.
What?
You're at home a lot because you work in the evenings.
Yeah.
And I almost feel hard done by that I don't get my 3 hours in the day all the time.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you want me to be out more?
Well,
hang on. So what?
It's dependent.
On?
Mia.
Okay.
If Mia's at nursery,
Yeah.
you can go out all day. I'll happily be at home all day by myself.
Okay.
If Mia's at home, no, you've got to be there.
Okay.
You've got to be there to do your 50% of parenting. But, I mean, Tracy hasn't mentioned about like having children. As I think obviously if you've got children to look
She
after,
said
it's
dogs,
different.
didn't she?
Dogs, yeah. No, do you know what though? There is nothing better sometimes. Like if you go out on a Friday night and you're like, I'm going out, I'm like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I can watch Scandal. I love watching Scandal. I can do like a face mask. I could take a really long shower and not feel like, oh, it's eating into like our evening together. I might sometimes get a little microwave meal just for one, or a little Charlie Bingham's,
Nice.
right?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Like, it is nice to be able to have that time. Also, like, I lived by myself for pretty much 6 years
Did you?
when I was single.
You were single?
Mhm.
Can't
I know, hard to
imagine why.
believe, isn't it?
It,
Really hard to
sometimes it is.
believe. So I actually really enjoy my own company.
Yeah.
So I'm totally okay with that. So I do feel for Trace.
See, I'm a bit of a flapper. I'm kind of the other way. Like, do you remember I discussed that when I had a couple of hours to myself before work?
Yeah.
I was like, I actually didn't know what to do with my time. However, if you were out on, say, a Friday or I work on a Saturday, I'm always working. If you're out on a Friday night, I think I would enjoy that. If there was like football on TV that I could watch and I'd probably, make a curry. Like it is that sort of nice time to yourself. I mean, I can't remember the last time I actually properly had that.
No.
So it is nice if your partner goes out without you and you get that time to yourself
Yeah,
to just do whatever
I
you
don't
want.
think she's being unreasonable at all.
No, but how do you tell your partner that you probably should?
Well, that's
I
the
actually want you out of the
thing.
house for a little
Yeah,
bit.
you can't really.
Yeah.
Like, unless she suggests, like, she's like, oh, I'm going to go out and leave you, like, to have the house to yourself for a little bit. And then maybe next week you can do that. Like,
Yeah.
unless it's a thing of where, like, she goes out and then she's like, you had your night to watch football. I want my night to watch my show or, eat my weird food, as she said. So maybe it's a case of her, like, doing the thing that she wants him to do first. And then he'll hopefully kind of reciprocate and do it as well.
Also, at the same time, if you just said to him, I don't know if he is a drinker, if you just said to him, why don't you go to the pub with your mates this Friday?
Because I don't think he wants to.
No, but if...
Look, he's perfectly happy with his books, his shows, his games, the dogs, and me.
Yeah, but that's maybe what he wants her to think. Maybe he's itching to go out, but just needs her to go, why don't you go out? And he'll be like, really?
Well, she said, I've hinted that it might be nice if we picked up a hobby or saw friends more, but he genuinely doesn't seem bothered. Maybe he doesn't have any friends.
You know what my hobby is? Drinking.
Well, yeah, that's where you and this guy differ.
Yeah.
You go out and I struggle to get you to come home.
No.
5:30 in the morning.
I remember that. That was so last year.
Oh, it's carried into this year, don't
Has
you worry.
it?
The story continues. Yeah. So, I don't know what to tell you, Trace.
Maybe just suggest it. So go out, go to the pub. If not, just go out because I want some time alone. Which does sound a little bit weird, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean...
But does she go out? Because she can't be expecting him to go out to leave her alone if she also doesn't ever go out. You know what I mean? Like, I actually don't really go out that much.
Yeah.
Me. So it would almost be hypocritical of me to expect you to do it if I don't really do it. Because the same way that she loves being at home, he also loves being at home. Why should he be the one to go out? I don't know how I've ended up siding with him because I'm all for Tracy.
Trace.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I don't really feel like we've given you much help there, Tracy.
Well, no, I have. I said, why don't you do something and then hope that he follows suit?
Okay. And what if he doesn't?
Then I'm all out.
Well, he's not. He's all in. Right. We have got, I would say, quite a meaty email that I saw.
Okay.
And it has got a name on it, but I don't know if it's right I read the name out.
Don't read the name.
But she has signed it off her name.
Well, no, don't read the name. Read the email and then we will discuss. Sorry, my chair is very squeaky today.
Yeah?
I need a bit of WD-40 on these chairs. Ricky! In a really weird mood today.
I've not noticed one bit. Right, as I said, this is quite a meaty one.
Don't say her name. We will decipher at the end whether we are going to share her name. I'm so intrigued, though, by what this email is.
Okay.
You told me there's a long one, but
It's a long one. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Okay.
Okay, so it says, Dear Danielle and Sunny. Dear, very formal. I hope you're both well. I've been contemplating whether I should email in or not because it's quite a sensitive situation, but have decided that getting opinions from someone completely out of my normal circle might help me figure things out. The situation is that I'm a 29-year-old female, have been dating with my partner, 32 male, for just over a year. It has been very clear that we've grown up very differently. I grew up in a small, safe town where everyone knows everyone, with my parents, 2 siblings, and very sheltered. No drugs, no fights, no crazy parties, etc. Yes, I've gone out and had drinks, etc. in my teens and 20s, but still very sheltered and calm. My partner, on the other hand, has grown up in a rather rough situation compared to me.
Oh.
In his family, doing drugs, smoking weed, having alcohol every day wasn't uncommon. While now my partner doesn't drink or do drugs anymore, he has done it occasionally when he was younger. And once a year, him and his mates would go to Amsterdam. Make of that what you will. A trip I'm completely fine with. He knows where I stand on it when it comes to drugs and weed. I have made it very clear that I'm not 420 friendly from day one. Do you know what 420 is?
Isn't that date in America when everyone just like gets really high?
Yeah.
April the 20th?
It's
420.
20th of the 4th, and at 4:20 p.m. everyone basically smokes marijuana.
Oh, you do it at 4:20 the time as well?
Apparently so.
I thought it was just a whole day, like a daytime celebration.
Yeah, it's quite smart.
Okay.
People do it here.
But it's not legal over here, is it?
It's
I don't
not
really
legal
know
over
where.
here, but people do it and they can't arrest everyone. That's their whole thing over here, that they all do it together.
Okay, but it started in the States.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so this guy.
I'm not 420 friendly from day one. As long as it doesn't happen around me or in my house, people can do what they want, each to their own. Now here's where I'm at loss for what to do. We recently found out that I'm pregnant and we haven't told anyone yet. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
The other day, we were at his dad's house. My partner's nephews were there as well. Now, I have known the whole entire time that his dad uses/smokes weed quite often. But to my shock and horror, he was actually doing it whilst babysitting his grandchildren. He was high, or at least intoxicated enough that he wouldn't be able to drive. My partner noticed and I got very quiet and uncomfortable. And on our way home, he asked me what was up, and I told him I was just tired and it had been a long day. Since then, it's been very stuck in my head. I do not want my children to be in the care of someone who's intoxicated to a point where they wouldn't be able to act in a case of emergency. I have very strong boundaries when it comes to these things. Previously, when we have talked about how he grew up, it was normal to him. He has said he doesn't like it when I judge his family, which is normal. But it's not coming from a judging place. I just simply don't understand the choice or need to want and do drugs. I don't know. I'm going to have the conversation with my partner about me not wanting his dad to babysit our child if he's under the influence of drugs. I don't know what to do. Am I overreacting? Is it early pregnancy hormone craziness, or am I right to feel uncomfortable with it? How do I go about it? Please, I would love to hear any advice you guys might have. I'm sorry for the long email. I hope it all makes sense. Love the podcast. You're brilliant. Signed off her name.
Oh, don't say her name.
The reason why I didn't want to do this is because she said that she was pregnant. She hasn't told anyone. Also, if it gets out, and it's our fault. But yeah, it's a long email. But
I
wow.
am backing her 1000%. I think that she is so within her right to not want her partner's dad to be intoxicated, high, whatever, irresponsible around the child. Like, I could not dream of anyone looking after Mia that is like that. I couldn't even begin to fathom how angry I would get if I found out that, say, we left her with a friend. Like, that is friendship, ruiner. That is
Dunzo.
Done.
Yeah.
Absolutely, done. And I think surely your partner must understand that. Like, I get him saying, I don't like you judging my family, but now it's coming down to a safety element, and it's the safety of a child. So there's you might think that she was judging before, but actually with no kind of context of what doesn't actually make a difference to you. So you're purely, judgment is purely giving an opinion when actually it doesn't involve you,
affect you.
That is what I would deem kind of, you're judging someone. It doesn't affect you. So you're just passing judgment for the sake of it. Whereas actually this has crossed the line into, it's not judging, it's responsibility and prioritizing your child.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's not going to agree with this person who's, I nearly said her name then, who's emailed in.
Trace.
I do think the best, Trace, I do think the best thing to go about this is nip it in the bud now. It's not going to be a shock to anyone once you've had that baby. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you discuss it now while you are pregnant, It's not hormones speaking.
No,
this is just,
no,
this
it's
is
not.
just.
And also, do not let those men tell you that it's pregnancy hormones.
Yeah.
Do not let them tell you it's pregnancy hormones. Like, don't get me wrong, your hormones will be up and down, but this is not hormonal.
This is nothing to do with hormones.
This is not.
This is just you're concerned
Yeah,
about your
nip it
unborn
in the
child's
bud.
safety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nip it in the bud now, because then it gives everyone time between now and the birth to curb their drug habit,
Yeah.
fix up, look sharp, like just sort it out. And so that by the time the baby's here, like you can enjoy your pregnancy, you can enjoy your newborn baby, and everyone's with the same understanding, rather than trying to kind of, well, you got a newborn baby, trying to then implement those, too difficult.
Yeah. If the
No.
dad knows now, he's got time to sort it out. If he
Yeah.
doesn't want to change, then he knows what's coming for him,
He
which
knows
is not
consequences.
spending time with his grandchild, which no one would want to do, surely. So definitely nip it in the bud now.
Yeah.
I just thought of something quite funny where I thought, imagine the baby's born on the 20th of April, 420. Destined.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not going to happen because she's only just found out she's pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
So, but
Could be quite
that
funny
would be
though,
funny.
couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder, did she say the partner? Oh, the partner goes to Amsterdam, so he doesn't really do.
No, he doesn't do it anymore.
drugs, but he goes to
used
Amsterdam.
to. Growing up,
Okay.
it was normal to him, but doesn't do it anymore. So I actually do think the partner will understand. It's more of a case of your partner now has to talk to their dad and be like, this isn't happening. If it does continue, then like I've seen how you are with the nephews. If you carry on doing that, like I don't want my child spending time with you while you're doing it.
Yeah. Don't you remember NCT? We had that when we did our NCT classes. There was a couple there, and we were obviously talking about like, baby safety, and they tell you the obvious things of like, don't leave a packet of cigarettes near a baby, like obviously. And one of the guys there was like, in front of his wife, was like, my mother-in-law smokes. Like, what do I do about that? And the teacher was like, you tell her that
Stop
you
smoking.
don't want her smoking in front of your child. This
Yeah.
is your child. Like, it's literally that simple.
Yeah.
I
mean, it is simple. It's like when you've got a child, you don't like, even like my mum, when she looks after Mia, she's like, I'll never come round and have a drink while
never
no
have
one
a
would
glass
do
of
that.
wine,
Like,
no.
So yeah, you got to sort the dad out, basically.
Sometimes I need a glass of wine in order to look after Mia.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. I hear
No,
you.
but yeah, you're right. If someone else is looking after your child, you have the final word in what that looks like, how that looks, or they don't look after your child. And that's the thing. I reckon the granddad will be like, fine, I just won't look after them.
Yeah, but he wouldn't want that, surely.
Well, no, but they'll go, look, hang on, I'm trying to help you out. So for as long as I've got your child, as long as I make sure nothing happens to them, doesn't matter. None of your business what happens. But good luck trying to what's the word? Disguise smoking weed around a child and then not going back home stinking. That's the thing. You can't even get.
Yeah.
You it's not even like you can get around it. Like alcohol, someone could be drinking around your child and you can't smell it on your child. Whereas like, weed has such a distinct smell.
Pungent, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. Now I'm a bit like, it's so bad.
It's so.
The
it's
fact
awful.
that he's already doing it with the nephews, I'm like, he's just going to carry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wonder how. I mean, it doesn't matter how old the nephews are, but I wonder how old, if they're little, if they. It doesn't matter if they're a child and they haven't asked to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Like if they're under the age of 18,
Yeah.
child, like, and they have not asked to be in that situation, it is so unfair to put them to do that.
Yeah. I
Poor
hope
little
you
lungs.
can email us back in and hopefully have resolved, if not put steps towards resolving this situation. I really do hope you can email us back in and let us know. But congratulations on pregnancy.
Yeah, congrats.
It is an exciting time ahead, and you shouldn't be having to worry about stuff like that. So try not to nip it in the bud now, and hopefully you won't have to worry about it ever again. Good advice?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Do you want me to read the next one? You
Yeah,
wanna-
go
Okay,
on,
this
yeah,
one's
yeah,
from Carmen.
Carmen.
Hello, Carmen. Carmen, chameleon.
I wasn't
Where did you
thinking
go?
that.
Where did you go?
I was trying to think of. It's not the right song. I was thinking of Maria, Maria.
That is so off.
Do you remember? But that kind of vibe.
Carmen.
Hang on, am I thinking West Side Story? Is there a Carmen character in West Side Story? I know there's a Maria. I feel like it's like that vibe.
Okay.
That's why I went anyway.
That's why we work. Why the podcast works.
What's Carmen saying?
Carmen says, I was listening to your episode when you were talking about nicknames for people you've dated, and it reminded me of one that still makes me laugh. Oh, do you remember we spoke about that ages ago? You're like having nicknames for people. Love this. I briefly dated a guy who, without fail, every single time we made plans would say, should we just grab some sushi? First date, sushi. Midweek catch up, sushi. Weekend plans, you guessed it, sushi.
What, has this guy got shares in Itsu or something?
Don't get me wrong, I like sushi, but not that much. It got to a point where my friends didn't even know his real name. He was just Sushi Boy.
Sushi Boy, yeah.
I'd get texts like, how are things going with Sushi Boy? Are you seeing Sushi Boy tonight? Safe to say, it didn't last. I couldn't face a lifetime of California rolls and smelling a fish all the time. I'm sure Danielle would agree.
No, I once had a guy that took me on a date to bubble tea, and I think he thought it was like groundbreaking. I don't particularly like bubble tea. I don't get the whole thing with like the little balls.
I've never had it.
It was a place on, what's that road?
There was loads of places.
Old Compton Street in Soho.
Yeah.
Place there, and he would like, he thought it was the best thing ever. Like clearly he just wanted bubble tea, and then after that he was known as Bubble Tea Boy. I didn't want any more dates with him.
Bubble Tea Boy.
Yeah, I was like, I hadn't. Didn't consider me at all in this date.
You had no more dates?
No.
Oh, but that popped his bubble. Fuming.
Burst his bubble.
Burst, oh yeah.
You got it wrong.
That's
Yeah.
a shame. Ricky, can we re-edit it? I bet that burst his bubble. Okay.
No, I'm all for a nickname.
Yeah.
All
Isn't
for
it
a
weird?
nickname.
I always find it weird, especially with first dates. There's like acceptable first date things that you can do. And there's just like
Sushi's acceptable for a first date.
I think
but not a
sushi
second,
is.
third, fourth, fifth, and sixth date.
No, of course. But like in terms of like cuisine, like I love Indian. I love Indian food
But
so
you wouldn't
much.
do it on a
I would
first date.
never take a person on a first date to an Indian.
No.
I just wouldn't do it. I mean, bubble tea's mental.
Right.
Did you even eat? That was just a tea place. Is that like going for a coffee but going for a bubble tea?
Oh, it was in the evening. Did we eat first? Oh my God, I've just remembered. No, so we met. So he had come from work? The gym? I don't know. He'd come from somewhere like beforehand. And when we met, he was wearing like baggy tracksuit bottoms.
He was wearing tracksuit bottoms?
Yeah, he was wearing tracksuit bottoms.
On a date?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'd already eaten. I think maybe I'd eaten with friends. I think I was out as well. And so then we met and he was like, I need to grab some food. Do you want anything? And I was like, well, I might have something little, but I'm not going to eat, a full meal. And we went to, the only way I can describe it is the most ratchet, like Chinese takeaway, but like it's a takeaway, but they have like two tables in there, and it's like you don't really sit in there and eat Chinese.
Right. So basically, it's just a takeaway. But if you're stupid enough to go sit in there, you'll sit in there and eat.
Yeah, we basically sat in there so he could have some sort of like noodle.
So
soup thing.
Sorry, hang on a
I
second.
had prawn crackers.
Okay, I just need to paint the picture.
Yeah,
This guy came from somewhere, turning up in tracksuit bottoms. This is a first date.
first date.
Tracksuit
bottoms
bottoms.
and a do rag.
Okay. Wow. Then he said, have you eaten? You were like, yeah, I've eaten. And he said, oh, I haven't. So we're going to go get something to eat.
Yeah, which is kind of something that I feel like we should have spoken about before, because he should have then eaten and then met me.
Right.
Because like, if that was the other way around, I'd be like, let me grab something quickly before I go and meet the guy.
So instead of him grabbing something quickly, he was like, oh, I'm going to go to a Chinese. Even though you've eaten, I'm going to sit and have my Chinese while you eat prawn crackers.
Yeah.
And then after that went to bubble tea?
Yeah. And after that went home.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't see him again.
No.
Bubble tea boy.
That is insane behaviour for a date.
And I actually have a feeling that I paid for the bubble tea because he obviously paid for the dinner because it was just his dinner. And then I always feel like, oh, well, he paid for that, like my prawn crackers. So then when we went to bubble tea, I was like, oh no, I'll get this because you got the Chinese. Even though I didn't have, no, I know, but I'm a people pleaser. So I was like, oh, well, you got that. I'll get that. I don't want to seem like that sort of person that's just like, go on then, buy me bubble tea. And I think I paid for the bubble tea. But
that was pricey and all that bubble tea,
Bubble
wasn't it?
tea's not cheap.
Yeah.
Those, what are they called? Bojo beans. Bahoya? Jojoba.
You're just saying words. Are you okay?
The little tapioca balls.
I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're saying.
Company Tappy Carpets.
What?
Tapioca. Ricky, do you have bubble tea? Tapioca.
I don't, but my wife does.
Oh, okay. Tapioca. That's the little things that are at the bottom. Tapioca
Okay.
balls.
Can you eat them?
Yeah, they like burst. Burst your bubble. Yeah, they burst. But
In your mouth? They burst in your mouth?
they burst in your mouth, but they're not. I don't think they are the flavour of the drink. So, say for example, you were to get a passion fruit bubble tea.
Yeah.
I think just all of the tapioca balls. I really hope that's what they're called because I'm
So
really
do I, for
committing.
your sake.
I got it.
Is it tapioca?
Either bubble pearl, boba pearls,
Yeah,
tapioca pearls.
tapioca.
Tapioca.
Oh, tapioca.
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 Oh.
Right, so I was right. Great. Or boba.
Or boba.
Boba. Okay, I should have stuck with boba.
We should have stayed to us being on holiday and not releasing an episode. That's what we should have done.
Just drink your bubble
We've
tea.
just offended the bubble tea community.
I don't think we'll be getting a bubble tea sponsorship.
No, I don't want one. I can't say your fucking name. Tapioca. Don't want one.
Boba. Anyway, I don't think that the balls are the flavour. So say you were to get a passion fruit bubble tea, I think you would get just standard balls in the bottom of your cup.
That's where you're going wrong. Getting your standard balls.
Your
This
premium.
is this is where it's gone wrong all along.
And then you just get the flavoured juice on top.
Good. Yeah, it sounds better the more you talk. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we go for bubble tea after this?
No, don't want it. Don't want it.
Oh, anyway.
Why go for bubble tea out when you got better than standard balls at home? Do you know what I mean?
Also, I've just realised I'm having Chinese tonight.
You are.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm having
Are you okay? I feel like we're on the verge again, Ricky. She's gonna have a breakdown. It's gonna be another one of those episodes. Is she laughing, crying? I don't know.
Oh dear. Sorry, we've really diverted off
We have.
of Carmen.
Yeah, no,
But
Carmen,
no, I think it was her point about nicknames.
she just wanted to share her nickname
Oh.
for someone that she dated.
Yeah. We've got some nicknames for your people as well, haven't we? Ratty Tatty. Sonny once dated a girl who I just thought her hair, she had extensions in, and I think these poor extensions were on maybe their last legs, but for a long time, on the last strands. And I called her Ratty Tatty, not to her face,
No.
but I was like, oh God, her hair's quite ratty tatty at the ends. Does that make me, am I a bad person for saying that? And now
it's
admitting
about
it on a
someone I've dated
podcast.
to know.
Yeah, but she's not a bad person. I don't know, is she a bad person?
No, it's funny, isn't it? You can have those jokes
Yeah,
together.
yeah. But
You
yeah,
would never say it to
Oh, I
her
would
or
never
anyone
say
and
it to-
actually mean it.
I'd never say it to anyone except for all the people that listen to this podcast.
Yes.
But no one knows who I'm talking about.
No.
No. But if you look at your hair and you think, oh, ratty tatty, then maybe I'm talking about you. Just book in at the hairdressers. Just get a little trim.
For the sake of this podcast and our future, I think we should end it. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry to the bubble tea community. And I'm so sorry for the straggly hair community.
Good. Yeah, I'm sorry too. I
Oh.
don't know what came over us.
But we'll
Um,
be back.
We
next
will be back,
week.
hopefully. Yeah.
What do you mean, hopefully?
Well, you never know. Holidays make a break sometimes, aren't they? We will be back next week. Next week is our live episode, which I'm very excited to share with you all. It's gonna be it's a good one.
Yeah.
It is a good one. So join us next week. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget to follow. Click the little bell button
Yeah.
so you get the notifications.
Yeah.
What else? Housekeeping. Let's go.
You
Let's
can email
go.
us, Love versus the List. You can hit the bell or the follow button, which means you get an episode sent to your phone or laptop or wherever you listen to your
Tablet.
podcast every single week. Also, you can give us 5 stars, not because it does anything, but just because it looks good.
Because you're nice people.
Yeah.
Nicer than me, anyway.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to be our first 4-star. You watch. Ratty Tatty's going to
Ratty-
give you 3 stars. See you next week.
Bye. Bye.